Hey guys, so this is my week 14 vlog. The first thing was finding out what the name of a store over here actually means. So there's this popular store over here called Rosetka, and it's a Amazon type of store. So you go there and you can pretty much buy anything. So I was walking downtown by this store and we were on our way from the class, and I asked one of the students, what does that store mean? And he was like, oh, it's like the thing in the wall, like where you put something in. And I was like, wait, you mean the plug? He's like, yeah. And like I had like one of the biggest epiphanies ever. And I started laughing because like the store is literally called The Plug, which is hilarious to me because like that's just like a joking slang word in America, but like this store is literally called a plug, which makes me feel like we should have a store called a plug, but I don't know if it sounds as good. So anyway, that was like a really interesting thing that happened. And then later that week, I went to go apply for residency, and I had to go downtown with Katya, my supervisor, to do that stuff. And I was waiting for her on the train platform during rush hour. So this is like 8:30 in the morning. And I waited for her for roughly 15 minutes on the train platform. And I kid you not, here during rush hour, at train stations close to the downtown area, these trains are coming every single minute. Like I was sitting there and I see one train pull up. I'm like, okay, people get off and walk. And I'm sitting there listening to music, and you kind of like know the length of a song. And I see another train come. I'm like, okay, interesting. And then another train comes. And after about 5 minutes, I'm like, I've been seeing a lot of trains. And then I'm realizing, like, I look in front of me, a train pulls up. Look behind me, a train pulls up. 30 seconds of silence. You hear the rumbling coming, another train comes. So these trains are coming literally every minute, which I think is something that most big cities in America should aspire to, but probably would never actually happen. Um, and then later on Thursday, I was in class and a girl saw my water bottle. I have a vitamin water bottle. And this water bottle, I mean, obviously, it's not vitamin water anymore. This is a bottle that I've had since I came over here. Now I've been washing this stuff. I'm not dirty like that, but I was drinking water out of it, and a girl in the class was looking at it and like talking to her friend about it. She was like, "What is that?" And then the teacher like asked him, and then I didn't know what she was saying because she was whispering. Um, but then she said it to the teacher. I didn't really understand what she said, but the teacher's like, ask him. So I'm thinking she's gonna ask like, oh, what is that? But she literally asked, can I touch the bottle? So I give it to her and she pokes the bottle and then like starts laughing. Um, because they don't have vitamin water over here. So it was like this American thing that she literally enjoyed touching, which I mean, it's just another one of those things where I'm in foreigner with something that people think is very interesting. Um, but yeah, so that was that. And then on Friday to end the week, um, I was going to the store to buy some toilet paper because, we needed some. And I grab it, pay for it, like in the paper towel, toilet paper section. I grab it, come home, and then I open it up, and I'm just like, these don't look like toilet paper rolls. Turns out I bought paper towels by accident. Um, the thing was like, I looked at it, and the toilet papers were next to paper towels, but because of how the paper was wrapped, I couldn't tell if it was like four toilet paper rolls or two paper towel rolls. It turns out it was the latter. So I did take that out,
L.
but it's okay. So yeah, I got that covered by Catherine, or Catherine covered me getting paper towels, her toilet paper herself. Goodness. So yeah, that was kind of a indirect result, I guess, of what literally happened last week. So personally, last week was definitely a rough week. So I mean, the first half of the week was pretty usual. I was on a different schedule than normal. So I was kind of adjusting to that, because you kind of get used to teaching the students that you see regularly. But I had some feelings of loneliness and stuff last week early on, like just thinking about people, um, missing people. Then Thanksgiving's on the way, and then that people are like going to see their families and stuff and linking up. And for me, like, I've spent last year with two of my little sisters. I was just thinking about that kind of. So it was just like, okay, I know I'm not going to celebrate Thanksgiving, which I honestly didn't really. Um, but, just hoping to, or thinking about what it'd be like to have kind of that experience. So that was the first half of the week. But I kind of fought through it and treaded the water, until Wednesday night happened. It was a Wednesday night right before I was going to bed. I sent out a couple of messages, as I typically do, to different people every night. And I sent out a message, and a response from my friend, from a close friend of mine, was like, "Oh man, thanks. I hope you're okay. I'm doing okay. I'm okay now, but I'm in the hospital. I almost committed suicide." Um, and that was just like, I mean, honestly, one of the scariest things that I've ever heard. Um, and I just didn't even know like how to react, honestly. So I just asked like what happened. Um, and then he told me, and we talked about it. But it was just like one of the scariest things I ever heard. And like, I mean, I went through a car accident and didn't my pulse didn't even change. Um, but like, I honestly struggled to fall asleep that night. And I struggled the rest of the week, honestly, after hearing that, because it was just like so shocking to think that that could have possibly happened. And for me, given that I'm still dealing with my first near death, or first death close to me, only a month ago, um, it's still like this new experience that, I'm obviously not looking to enjoy a lot of the, or to experience a lot of the times moving forward, but, it was just a crazy thing. So that happened, but eventually I did fall asleep, and I woke up the next morning, but I was just off. Like, I slept, but didn't really felt like I had slept. Um, and then that day I was going to do my residency, and like the process was short, but the day just had this dreary feeling. And I mean, it didn't help that it was gray outside. And then people were responding to me, asking me what's going on, because I posted on Facebook about needing prayer. And I just kind of made my way through Thursday. In class, the teachers kind of sensed that like I was off, and they were saying, like, you can kind of take it easy. Even the student like came in, and I was sitting there, I thought pretty normally, because they were just coming in. And a girl walked in. She's like, "Oh, you look sad." And I was just like, "Yeah, I've just had like a bad night." But like, yeah, I didn't even know or think that it would have been noticed. But yeah, that happened. And honestly, yesterday was probably the first day I felt normal. Yesterday being Sunday, so after 4 days, I finally felt somewhat normal. But it's just this whole crazy thing. And then on the flip side of all of this is like the impact that it has on campus. back at Andrews. So there's like this whole story now that's kind of busted open, and I honestly just didn't like how it started from the beginning because I thought it was handled pretty irresponsibly. um, but at the same time, it's pretty much finished now. There's going to be the administrative follow-up, I guess, but this was just a very hurtful thing to deal with. Like on Wednesday night, I was laying in bed and like I literally felt pain in my chest, like physical pain in my chest. Just thinking about what had happened and what could have happened. So that being said, it is a new week. Looking forward to a better week and more experiences. We're getting closer to the holidays, but um, we still have a bit of a way to go. So I'm just taking it day by day. Thanks you guys for your support. And I honestly hope that I am able to make it into the new year, into the new decade, um, with positivity, especially after like these past few weeks, because it's kind of been a month or so of just hearing not great stuff from the people closest to me. So, hoping things turn up for them. I'm hoping things turn upward for myself also. Have still have medical school things to take care of. So praying that that works out. Plugged in, I'm plugged in, I'm plugged in, I'm plugged in. I got a real plug that never let me down. Always come through when I need it, never been a drop.